On this episode of City Focus, neighborhood development cuts the ribbon on a new home. VPD has an active shooter training. There's still time to vote for your favorite photos for the People's Choice Photo Contest, and Georgia Tech's president visits traffic management to see its smart technology. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus McConico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 9th episode of City Focus in 2023. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. Here are the most important topics that are happening in the city.
What was your favorite part?
The pictures.
The pictures on the wall?
On Monday, June 12th, over 80 photos were put on display for the 2023 Valdosta's People's Choice Photo Contest. For the 15th year in a row, the city has partnered with Turner Center for the Arts to showcase the beauty of Valdosta and Lowndes County. This is the largest collection of photo submissions post-COVID-19. If you are unable to make the opening ceremony, you can still vote on your favorite pictures by visiting the Turner Center Tuesday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In addition to the photo contest, the Turner Center also opened 4 other galleries with featured artists Hannah Gandy, Mary Van Landingham, and Irina Ashcroft. We encourage everyone to visit the Turner Center to see all the great art.
A host of wonderful other artists we'd like to recognize tonight. And first I'll start off with Irina Ashcroft. Irina can't be here tonight. This is her work in the Boyette Gallery. And if she's watching video, let's join in a round of applause. Irina lives down in Orlando, so she couldn't make it tonight, though. I do certainly appreciate her sharing her wonderful work with our community. I think you'll agree that this is a wonderful exhibit of impressionist paintings that capture our eyes. And so, without further ado, I'd like to introduce a couple artists that are here tonight. Miss Mary Van Landingham and Miss Hannah Gandy in our prize statement. And I think Hannah's going to say a few words on behalf of the group.
Thank y'all so much for coming. This is actually my first figure show. Mary was so generous to go in with me and kind of be she was my inspiration back in high school. And it was, her and Stephen have been a huge inspiration to me to actually go into the arts, as it can be kind of scary sometimes.
We encourage everyone to visit the Turner Center to see all the great art. Recently, the Valdosta Fire Department partnered with the Police Department, SGMC, Public Health, and others to provide a car seat safety education and installation assistance to families in the community. Residents were able to stop by Mathis Auditorium to receive instructions of how to install their car seat properly. Citizens were also able to replace seats that were in bad conditions and were provided with new seats free of charge. This is just another way that VFD and VPD keep our community safe. We thank everyone for coming out to the event. Earlier this month, the Valdosta Police Department was invited to McDonald's on Ashley Street for the Coffee with the Cops event. The event gave the members of the department to meet with citizens that came to the restaurant. This was an opportunity for residents to get to ask questions and learn more about the Valdosta Police Department. The members of the department enjoy getting to meet citizens because having a great relationship with the community helps them solve crimes. We thank everyone that spent time with the department. Shells of training rounds filled the floor of a local elementary school, shows the evidence of the active shooter training held by the Valdosta Police Department. This is a portion of their third quarter training that includes large-scale incidents.
How does an officer, by himself or with small groups, how does he work through these large-scale incidents? In this case, for an active shooter, how does that officer work with 2, 3, 4 other guys as they're going down the hallway and evaluating thresholds and threats?
This is part of the training hours that members of the department received inside and outside of the department. In addition to the active shooter training, they also held drill training.
The reason why it's so important is because should you not get those 20 hours, then the officer could lose his certification. Normally, like I said, we give 20 to 32 hours to those officers here in service, but we also send them away to go to Tifton or Forsyth, to the larger schools, so they can get additional training. So most officers end up with anywhere from 60 to about 150 hours continuing education every year.
VPD has a great partner in the Valdosta City Schools, which has allowed them to train inside various schools during the summer while students and staff are away.
I was just speaking with the principal over at SL Mason. I was also speaking with our school resource officer, Sergeant, and talking about how much we enjoy working with the schools, because it gets us familiar with those layouts. It gets us familiar with how to work from one classroom to another. Should an active shooter scenario pop up, we'd be able to respond more appropriately. We've worked in the high school. Matter of fact, we've worked in the old high school and the new high school. We've worked in the middle schools. We've worked in some of the elementary schools, and it just is so important for us to be more familiar with the layout. And it's not just the layout, it's being familiar with working with other officers from our agency or from other agencies, being able to work together so that you can seamlessly fill those gaps and protect those kids as efficiently as you can.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department. Recently, the Neighborhood Development Division helped Patricia McCray cut the ribbon to her newly built home replaced with CDBG funds.
Well, a friend of mine had her home done, and then I was blessed to get the home over here, and she told me that I should do the application. So I did the application, and I was approved.
She says the department made the process easy for her.
It's actually very easy. I mean, just did the application, she called me back in, I verified everything, and they kept me informed with everything.
Patricia feels grateful to be in her new home.
I'm just happy. I mean, I'm so ready to be back home. This is like truly a blessing. I mean, I make me cry, but it's a blessing.
For more information, contact the Neighborhood Development Division. Recently, the president of Georgia Tech, Angel Cabrera, visited the Valdosta Traffic Management Center to see firsthand how the city has taken advantage of the Smart Cities grant.
We showed them the new camera system that we have, the video monitors, and the upgrades we made to the TMC. We also showed them the TIMS unit that's located inside of the traffic cabinet, and we also showed them the new conflict monitor card along with the cable that we can connect to the TIMS unit. That allows us to have communications with the cabinet fully.
The Smart Cities grant has put the city years ahead in its traffic technology.
Smart Cities grant allowed us to be 7 years ahead of schedule. The city actually did the initial investment of purchasing the TIMS unit. We've spent the $430,000 to go ahead and purchase that. Then with the Smart Cities grant, that allowed us to enable us to use the Travel Safely app. That allowed us to go ahead and up our data plans so we could have that additional communication with all the signal cabinets, and allowed us to go ahead and purchase more conflict monitors to go to the next level and purchase the transponders for the fire trucks.
The city is proud to show off what they have done to make traveling through the city safer.
It makes me feel good because it shows Valdosta is a city that's growing. We're using technology. We're not standing still. We're trying to advance and make sure that we're on the map and let other areas, other businesses know that Valdosta is a growing community, and hopefully these companies will relocate to Valdosta.
For more information, contact the engineering department. The Valdosta Police and Fire Department is inviting everyone to give blood at their Battle of the Badges blood drive on July 19th between 2 and 6 p.m. at the City Hall Annex.
It is a community-wide event. It's a chance for everyone to come out and support your favorite public safety agency, being fire, and being able to donate on behalf and kind of take part into this competition to help us bring the trophy back.
On July 19th, everybody in the community is able to come out and donate. The only thing that we do ask is that you do pick a team, so that way it's a friendly competition that we have with the fire department, but we just ask the public to choose who they want to donate for. But everyone in the community or communities surrounding us, please come out and donate.
The friendly competition, hosted with Life South, will help provide blood for the people here in our community.
They have a great team at Life South, and they make you very comfortable. And so it's over before you know it. You've donated blood on behalf of the fire department.
The past 4 or 5 years, it's just been the police department that's shown up and has won every year. So competition is really a very hard word to use when this comes up. But it is a great time that we do have competing with the fire department. But bottom line, the biggest winner on July 19th is our community.
We hope to see you at the Battle of the Badges.
I'll see y'all.
After a basketball game, a black teenage boy, Brandon, reads his texts in his family group chat. Auntie Flo, congrats on the big win. Mom, that's my baby. Brandon replies, thanks y'all. In a park, his sister Maya texts, where are we celebrating? Dad replies, home. Mom texts, I got dinner going. Auntie Flo replies, ooh, I can't wait, then receives a FEMA flood watch text alert. She texts the family, anyone see that weather alert? We need a plan to stay safe, especially after last year. Ready has a list of resources at ready.gov/plan. In his workshop, Dad sends a photo of emergency supplies. Looks like we need flashlights and batteries. Leaving a store with a shopping bag, Brandon replies, I got us covered. Mom texts, I'll check in with Grandma and Papa. Maya texts, thanks Auntie. Feeling good about this plan.
I got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up, champ? I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
My name is Gary Parker. I served as a Cavalry Scout and a military policeman in the United States Army for 20 years. When I was a Cavalry Scout, we had a young lieutenant that came in. Great guy, but he moved on, got promoted to lieutenant colonel, went on to Afghanistan, and I was able to keep in contact. And I'd wake up one morning, go on social media, and there's that post you don't want to see. For whatever reason, he took his own life. Nobody knows why he did it. And if there's something that we could have done to prevent it from happening, safe gun storage can prevent gun suicide, because it's that added step to get to your firearm that might just give somebody a moment of reflection on what they're doing. As a veteran, we need to be ambassadors to people that don't have the knowledge that we have. Anytime you're not storing a weapon safely, you're putting yourself and your community at risk. Service never stops.
Every day that I come in, I know that the people that I work with are willing to do exactly for me what I would do for them. Other occupations, they have co-workers, we have partners, and that's for a reason.
Fire. Throughout my career, I've seen this department grow immensely over the years through training, personnel, equipment, and the volume of our calls. Our department now responds to more than 73,000 calls for service each year. Our department offers so many different paths for an officer to take as they navigate through their career at the Valdosta Police Department. We equip our officers with the best training, the best gear, and all the support they need to be successful.
I chose this department because my husband will be retiring here from the military, and so it just gave me an opportunity to start my career, and pay rate is higher than other departments. Benefits, the equipment that they provide, duty belt, vehicles, training throughout the year, it's great.
The reason I chose Valdosta Police Department is I was already in the area from working with the Air Force at Moody Air Force Base. After my enlistment was up, I got in contact with our IA lieutenant. She dropped the bug in my ear, said she'd think I'd be a good cop. And it just stuck with me. So I came and applied. They said they'd be happy to have me. I said I'd be happy to work for you.
Valdosta dispatch to 7139 and all available units. We have an active shooter situation at 206 39th Avenue. Have a barricaded subject with possible hostages.
As an accredited law enforcement agency, the Valdosta Police Department is always operating at the highest level of national law enforcement standards. We are always advancing and improving our capabilities.
One of the things that took me by surprise was the training I received at the Academy on mental health people. It's something that we don't think about, but we encounter on a daily. And I feel like the training we receive really prepared me. The best part about working as a police officer would be making an impact in people's lives. Helping victims get out of situations, providing them with resources available to them.
A lot of people say they have families in the workplace. A lot of people try to posture themselves as a family. To me, a family is doing whatever's necessary, whatever cause, for whomever, that you call that family member. Being an officer is the closest thing to having an outside family as I can find. There's a moment that typically happens that lets me know I've done my job well, and that's when I arrest somebody, put them in the back of my police car, and then on the way to the jail, they thank me. They know that they've done wrong, and they respect the job that you've done. That typically is what makes me proud.
At the Valdosta Police Department, we will put our officers up against any in the country. We have great community involvement. Our officers are in the community every day, building great relationships, great partnerships to work together to keep this community safe.
We take community policing to the next level. Our officers are constantly out in the community, whether it be crime prevention efforts, community events, or neighborhood walks aimed at meeting the residents of Valdosta.
There are many opportunities within the department to move around, meaning you do not have to stay as a patrolman. You can always move up.
There's so much experience that you'll get in your first few years here that will set you up for the other departments that we have in the PD, be it K-9 detective, narcotics detective, our power squad unit. That foundation is going to be built so early on because we have amazing supervisors from top to bottom. We make it our business to mold good cops because that's who's going to be watching our backs.
As we continue to see growth in our community and our region, the Valdosta Police Department continues to prepare and evolve into a regional response law enforcement agency.
We're so fortunate to live in a community that respects and takes pride in the work of our officers each day. We're proud to serve in the Valdosta community.
I'm so proud of the work that our officers do each and every day to put the Valdosta Police Department on the map. This department is truly second to none.
Since 1905, we've been here. It's a tradition unlike any other. This department is constantly improving and growing, and we will be here serving the community for years to come.
Our residents expect the very best, and we're here to deliver that service every day. We don't have the option to not get the job done, and our firefighters are always ready, whatever the challenge may be.
The citizens of Valdosta expect nothing but the best. When they call us, they know we will be there in a matter of minutes.
The Valdosta Fire Department is truly a family environment. We are a team here. I know when we get called out to a scene, I am alongside people who have my back, no matter what.
We do it all. A true all-hazards approach. That means hazmat, technical rescue, medical calls, and of course, structure fires.
It's 24/7, 365. Our work never stops. We are very busy, definitely a high-call volume department. You never know what each day will bring.
We realize that when people call us for services, they do so because they're probably having one of the very worst days of their lives. We strive to treat our customers with compassion and act as if their problem is in fact our very own.
Okay, sir. We just need you to stay calm, okay, sir?
Yeah!
City of Valdosta Fire Department is a wonderful place to work at and be a part of. Come join a team of professionals that strive for excellence, that is dedicated to the cause, and truly loves their community.
Being out in the community is one of the best parts of this job. Going to events and meeting people, we love this community and they support us.
I came to this department not knowing much about the fire service. They have invested in me and taught me everything I need to know. I feel like I'm always learning and always training.
If you're truly looking for an organization that you can grow in, one that feels like family, please come out and join the Valdosta Fire Department.
It's an honor to work beside these men and women every day. We teach, we train, we serve together. This is the best job you'll ever have.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
The City of Valdosta's Public Works Department is working hard to maintain a clean community. Each month, they host neighborhood cleanups and looks for volunteers to help. If you're interested in helping your community, contact Public Works to sign up and volunteer. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also join next door for city updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at City of Valdosta, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.